No one told you this, but the reality you're living today could shift in the next few minutes. Yes, minutes. And that's no exaggeration. The manifestation you've been longing for, whether it's money, love, healing, or purpose, doesn't depend on a mystical amulet or hidden techniques guarded by millionaire gurus. It depends on something you do every single day, without even noticing. The secret lies in your breath. That's right. While most people struggle against the external world, the true masters learn to command the internal universe, and that's where everything begins to change. Sounds too good to be true? Perfect. Because everything that truly works usually sounds absurd at first. And that's the point. What I'm about to show you in this video goes against everything you've been taught about how to achieve things. This isn't fluff or outdated theory. This is practice. A simple, powerful, and completely accessible technique, one that you can do right now, wherever you are, with nothing but yourself. Just breathe. But before you dismiss it, take a deep breath. Because you're about to discover something that could flip your entire life. And why? Because everything you desire already exists. It's just vibrating on a different frequency. And if you learn to tune into that frequency, with something as natural as the air entering your lungs, you'll start attracting what today seems impossible. And when it happens, you'll realize you never needed to try so hard. You just needed to breathe the right way. With the right focus. And the right feeling. And that's what you're about to learn now. You can manifest anything, and it all begins with your breath. Sounds absurd, right? After all, breathing is so automatic we hardly pay attention to it. But what if I told you that within each breath lies the access point to your highest vibrational frequency? There's a silent secret hidden in the act of breathing, one that ancient spiritual masters knew for centuries, and modern science is only now beginning to uncover. When you shift your breathing pattern, you shift your vibration. And when you shift your vibration, you change everything around you. Yes, everything. That's conscious co-creation in action. Few people know this, but the air you're pulling in right now is more than just oxygen. It's a vibrational bridge between your conscious mind and your manifestation field. That's why ancient traditions placed breath at the center of their rituals, because they knew it could instantly adjust mental focus, emotional states, and even the body's magnetic field. Which means, you don't need rare crystals, distant gurus, or complex techniques. You were born with the tool. You just need to learn how to use it, consciously and strategically. I'm not offering you magic, but I am offering power. There's a simple, fast, and effective technique you can use anytime to align your vibrational energy with what you want to attract. It doesn't matter if you're seeking prosperity, healing, clarity, or a new relationship. The breathing technique I'll show you could be the first step to unlock that flow. What you're about to learn isn't just a technique, it's an internal activation. Think about those moments when you're mentally foggy. Racing thoughts, anxiety, confusion about your next step. We've all been there. The difference between those who stay stuck and those who access rapid manifestation is often just mental focus. And conscious breathing is the key to reclaim that focus. Imagine your breath as the remote control for your subconscious mind. Once you learn to control that remote, you begin directing what manifests in your physical world. It's a kind of reality hack. Let's get practical. How many times have you stood still, staring at nothing, waiting for an answer from the universe? What if the answer was already in that stillness, waiting for you to breathe differently? Great minds like Nikola Tesla and Himalayan yogis knew this. Tesla didn't call it instant manifestation, but that's exactly what he practiced: breathing, aligning, visualizing, and co-creating. Now that you understand the power hidden inside your own body, tell me this: are you ready to use it consciously? Because what comes next might seem too simple at first, but it has the potential to completely shift how you attract your desires. Don't underestimate simplicity. The universe's deepest truths are often like this, nearly invisible, yet profoundly transformative. Breathing is the first thing we do when we're born and the last thing before we leave. In between, it happens automatically, but when you decide to breathe with intention, it becomes a direct bridge between your mind and your vibrational energy. Breathing isn't just a biological function, it's a manifestation tool. When you breathe consciously, you're sending a clear signal to your subconscious mind: I'm present, I'm awake, and I'm ready to co-create. And it's in this state of presence that true inner transformation begins. Think of prana in Indian teachings, chi in Chinese philosophy, or ruach in ancient Hebrew mysticism. All these cultures, from different corners of the world, referred to the same thing with different names: the vital energy that flows through the body, and that can be awakened, enhanced, and directed. And what was the gateway to this? Breath. It's no coincidence that all great spiritual traditions include breathwork in their rituals. Breathing with presence is like taking the wheel of your own energetic field and deciding where to drive it. Science is only now starting to confirm what the ancients already knew intuitively: breathing directly affects brain activity, heart rate, the nervous system, and the body's electromagnetic field. In other words, when you shift your breathing pattern, you shift your vibration. And when you shift your vibration, you begin attracting new realities. Fast manifestation doesn't happen because you asked hard enough, it happens because you resonate with what you desire. You stop being a spectator and become the transmitter of your own energetic frequency. It's important to understand, your body isn't an obstacle on your spiritual journey, it's the channel. The vehicle. The antenna. It's through your body that you turn intention into vibration, and vibration into reality. When you learn to breathe with intention, you're not just calming your thoughts, you're tuning your energetic frequency to match what you want. Manifesting anything, in this context, stops feeling impossible and starts becoming natural. Not because you forced the universe, but because you became a match for what you want. Here's a simple way to feel this in real life: take a deep breath, and now notice how your body responds. Do your shoulders drop? Does your mind slow down? Do you feel a gentle silence settling in? That, subtle as it may seem, is the beginning of realignment. It's the beginning of vibrational manifestation. The technique we're about to use builds on this, using breath as a channel for mental focus, visualization, and conscious co-creation. What if your body was the forgotten key to transforming everything? What if, instead of chasing external tools, you started using what you've carried inside you since your first breath? Get ready, because what comes next isn't metaphor or theory. It's a technique for instant manifestation based on cyclic breathing and energetic visualization. And what once felt out of reach might now be only minutes away. It all starts with preparation. You can't access instant manifestation if your mind is drowning in notifications, distractions, and inner noise. So before anything else, find a quiet place. Turn off the lights if you want. Put your phone away. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths, slow and full. This is your signal to the universe: I'm here. I'm present. I'm ready to co-create. Conscious breathing is the first portal to reprogram your subconscious mind. Now the technique. You're going to practice what's called box breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold again for 4. Repeat this cycle for 2 to 3 minutes. It sounds simple, and it is. But don't underestimate it. Each part of this cycle sends a message to your nervous system: it's safe to relax. It's safe to manifest. Your brain shifts frequencies. You move from mental chaos into the alpha state, where mental focus and visualization become truly powerful. After a few minutes, you'll feel your body calming down and your mind quieting. Now comes the visualization, and it's crucial. Picture a glowing blue circle floating in front of you. That circle represents your activated energetic frequency. Inside it, visualize exactly what you want to manifest. It might be money, healing, love, clarity. See it as if it's already happening. Feel the details. That blue circle becomes a symbolic anchor of your desire vibrating in the now. Next, emotional anchoring. Don't just see it, feel it. What would it be like to wake up in a life where this was already real? How would your body respond? Feel it right now. Let your chest warm up. Let a smile come naturally. That emotion you're experiencing? That's what communicates with the universe, and your subconscious, that the desire is already fulfilled. This is where your vibrational energy spikes. This is where the manifestation field opens. Stay in that feeling for a few seconds. Don't rush it. Don't force the perfect image, let it come as it will. What matters most is that your body is fully involved in the experience. This emotional immersion is the secret code to fast manifestation. When you combine conscious breath with felt visualization, you create a vibrational vortex. Your desire is no longer just a thought, it becomes real in the now. That's what moves the quantum field. That's what rewires reality. And when you open your eyes, you might feel something different, a deep silence, a strange peace, a lightness that wasn't there before. That's no accident. It's the result of a mental exercise that reorients your frequency. But more important than what you feel during the practice is what you do with that energy afterward. Because instant manifestation isn't just about what you feel in the moment, it's about how you move afterward. For a long time, he searched for answers in all the wrong places. Books, videos, forums, everything promised a magic formula to manifest anything. But it was only when he allowed himself to stop, and just breathe, that something truly different happened. In the first few minutes of the conscious breathing technique, nothing seemed special. Just silence. But then, a sudden wave of clarity. It was like the noise in his mind had been shut off. And in the middle of that quiet space, an image appeared, not imagined, not forced. Just there, a glowing blue circle, pulsing in the dark. That blue circle wasn't just a visual symbol. It felt like it represented the vibration of what he wanted to manifest. Peace. Direction. Abundance. All condensed into that one image. He didn't know exactly what it meant, but he felt that he had touched something. And the strange part? He wasn't trying to visualize anything. It came naturally, at the peak of the breathing cycle, like his energy field had opened. It was as if the universe whispered, "You're aligned now." And from that moment forward, everything changed. In the following days, he didn't try to control the outcome. He just kept practicing, breathing and visualizing without attachment. But small coincidences started happening. An unexpected email with an offer he wanted. A reconnection with someone who had vanished. A sudden insight about a big decision. These rapid manifestations didn't come because he begged, they came because he vibrated. He aligned internally, and that changed what he attracted externally. Reality began to respond differently. The most impressive part wasn't what happened outside, but what happened inside. That silent anxiety, the low-grade stress that never seemed to go away, disappeared. He began to trust more. To slow down internally. To realize that the power of the mind wasn't about thinking harder, but about thinking with presence. Breathing became his oracle. Every time doubt crept in, he returned to the technique. In minutes, his mind cleared, not with logical answers, but with an unshakable inner knowing. He realized he didn't need big signs or cosmic fireworks. The small, everyday miracles were enough. Instant manifestation became part of his routine, not as a one-time miracle, but as a daily practice of presence. He no longer needed gurus or external validation. Just a chair, his breath, and a few quiet moments. That was enough. He understood that the body was the real temple. And breathing, when done consciously, was a silent prayer the universe heard instantly. And the most beautiful part? He wasn't special. He was like anyone else, full of doubts, fears, and desires. The only difference now was that he knew where to access the vibrational state that attracts desires. And that place, contrary to what most people think, wasn't on a mountaintop or in a sacred retreat. It was right here. Inside. Accessible at any time, through something as simple and sacred as your own breath. Conscious breathing isn't something you only use for special occasions. It works even better when it becomes a simple habit, like brushing your teeth, but for your soul. One of the best times to practice is right after waking up. Before you even touch your phone, sit up in bed, close your eyes, and begin your breathing cycle. It clears mental clutter, aligns your vibrational energy, and sets the tone for a more conscious day. If you start your morning already vibrating at the frequency of what you want, your decisions become clearer and your field becomes more stable. Another powerful moment is right before bed. What you think and feel in the minutes before sleep goes straight into your subconscious, and that's the part of your mind that drives most of your manifestations. Use that time as a silent agreement with the universe. Breathe, visualize, and feel. You don't need effort or lengthy rituals. Just a few minutes of focus and intention before sleep can reprogram your entire mindset. Neville Goddard talked about this all the time. Imagine your wish fulfilled before bed, and just watch what happens. Decision-making moments are another fertile space to apply the technique. Every time you feel confused, anxious, or torn between choices, pause and breathe. Instead of rushing for advice or overthinking, give yourself 5 minutes of conscious breath. It will do more for your clarity than hours of analysis. Because clarity doesn't come from logic, it comes from vibrational alignment. And when your mind is aligned, answers flow naturally, sometimes as a thought, sometimes as a calm certainty. Want to amplify the effects? Combine the technique with focused affirmations. During the process, silently repeat phrases like, "I am a magnet for everything I desire," or "My energy attracts perfect outcomes." These affirmations, spoken in an altered state of consciousness induced by breathwork, sink deeper into the subconscious. Another powerful tool is journaling. Right after the session, write down what you saw, felt, and envisioned. That act of writing anchors your vibration into the physical world. Want to go even deeper? Try themed weeks. 1 week, focus on clarity. Another, abundance. Another, emotional healing. The key is repetition. The more consistently you breathe, visualize, and emotionally anchor, the stronger your frequency becomes. Not only does this activate your co-creation field, but it also sharpens your ability to notice the right opportunities. As Joe Dispenza says, you can only perceive what you're vibrationally ready to recognize. And remember, it's not about the technique, it's about your commitment to it. Doing it once won't change much. But like tuning an instrument, your mind needs regular realignment. And it's in that vibrational tuning that fast manifestation becomes not only possible, but expected. Now imagine, what if every breath you took became a direct command to the universe? Before you get too excited, here's a mentor-to-apprentice reminder: manifestation isn't magic, it's alignment. The conscious breathing technique you've learned is extremely powerful, but it doesn't replace time, repetition, and daily vibrational commitment. Yes, you can absolutely experience instant clarity and even vividly see future realities, but that doesn't mean everything will fall into your lap tomorrow. True manifestation takes consistency. It's like watering a plant. You don't see results on day one, but if you keep going, the fruits always show up. Always. Another key point: everyone's experience is different. Some people see lights, colored circles, even geometric shapes during breathwork. Others just feel peace. Some feel nothing. And that's okay. Manifestation doesn't depend on the inner fireworks, it depends on the emotion generated. What you feel matters more than what you see. The blue circle might appear, or it might not. The sign might come in silence. What matters is that through the practice, you're sending a clear vibrational message, and that always comes back. Here's a rarely spoken truth: visualization alone isn't enough. Manifestation happens when you act in alignment with what you feel. Breathing, feeling, and anchoring are the beginning, but your behavior afterward is what makes the magic tangible. If you visualize abundance but continue entertaining scarcity-driven thoughts and self-sabotaging habits, guess what? Nothing changes. Or worse, you attract the opposite. Vibrational alignment is like a compass. It shows you the direction, but you're the one who has to walk the path. And that journey requires focus, action, and presence. Let's clear something up: this technique isn't backed by traditional science, and it doesn't need to be. What it has is energetic grounding. Neuroscience confirms that breath alters the brain, shifts focus, reduces anxiety, and activates intuitive centers. Quantum physics suggests intention influences the field. What you have in your hands is a fusion of ancient wisdom and modern vibrational science. Don't fall into the trap of needing lab results for everything. Some truths can only be proven through direct experience. But be careful: if you enter this expecting instant results without emotional readiness, you might get frustrated. And frustration is the enemy of manifestation. The secret is to treat this practice as a seed, not a magic button. Avoid putting pressure on the process. The more relaxed and confident you are, the faster energy organizes in your favor. What you feel during the practice is more important than what you want to get from it. Manifesting is an art of surrender, not control. Control blocks. Trust flows. So before trying to master the universe with a technique, master your own vibration. Because that's what determines everything you attract. It's pointless to breathe deeply if internally you're filled with doubt, urgency, or fear. Instant manifestation only happens when your frequency is clear, stable, and sincere. And that, my friend, can't be bought, it must be cultivated. And maybe, just maybe, now you're starting to feel where all of this is leading you. You don't need external tools. Your own body is the key to shaping reality. It's funny, we spend our lives searching outside for solutions, a method, a mentor, a magical cure. But the most advanced technology in the universe has always been right here, between your lungs. Your breath is the portal. Your inner state is the frequency. Your feeling is the code. And all of that can be activated in silence, in minutes, with nothing more than awareness and intention. Manifestation doesn't begin when the desire shows up, it begins the moment you choose to breathe differently. Try it now. Don't overthink it. Breathe. Focus. Feel. Watch what happens. You don't need to intellectually understand everything to experience the power of conscious breath. Sometimes a single intentional breath is enough to shift the course of an entire day. One brief exercise, done with presence, can align your vibrational frequency with desires that have lived in you for years. This technique is too simple for the ego, but deep enough to transform your life. And when applied with discipline, it becomes woven into your daily reality, quietly, subtly, powerfully. Share your experience. Talk about what you felt, what you visualized, what shifted. Every testimony is living proof that this knowledge needs to be shared. You might be the spark for someone else's transformation, just by practicing and speaking about it. And more than that, you'll be remembered for what you vibrate, not just what you do. Vibrational discipline is the new commitment to the life you want to build. A silent, invisible commitment, but one that's deeply effective. Just imagine what your life would look like if you practiced this every day. 10 minutes. No excuses. No effort. Just conscious breathing, felt visualization, and directed mental focus. What seems out of reach today would begin to move toward you effortlessly. You'd start to feel like time bends, the right people show up, and insights arrive exactly when you need them. Not by chance, by frequency. Instant manifestation isn't a myth. It's just a skill few are willing to develop. And if you've made it this far, you already know, you were called to this. Something inside you recognized this truth. So now, the only question that matters is, will you let this knowledge pass, or will you use it? Your body is ready. Your mind is waking up. The choice is in your hands, or better yet, in your lungs. Life is waiting for you in your next breath. Now, what if there was a way to turn all of this into a single, simple daily ritual that actually rewires your reality? So, tell me, are you going to keep living on autopilot, or are you ready to breathe with intention and manifest a new reality? Because the choice is there, right in your chest, pulsing with every breath. You already have everything you need. This isn't about learning more, collecting more, or waiting for the right moment. It's about applying. Now. Today. The technique is in your hands. The practice is up to you. And the results, the results come when you least expect them, but only for those brave enough to feel before they see. How many times have you sabotaged yourself thinking you needed something external to change your life? How many times did you wait for a sign from the universe, when the sign was actually you? Enough waiting. Start now. Practice this simple technique and see for yourself. But don't just see, share. Come back and comment what changed, what you felt, what you manifested. Because when you speak, you anchor. And when you share, you inspire. And if you felt that this video gave you something truly valuable, something no one else has ever explained with such clarity, then you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel right now. Turn on notifications. Because every week, we go deeper into this path of conscious manifestation, mind power, energetic frequency, and inner transformation. What started here is just your first step. The rest? The rest is up to your decision. So take a deep breath, and manifest.